Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to share with you on how to make 300% profit with this stock of ticker symbol MKTX. Buy into a stock is as though we are buying into the business. So the first step is always important to understand the business, what is the company background, and what is its market capitalization. Next, I perform the fundamental analysis on the company. What is its earning capability? What kind of assets is the company holding? How efficient is its management? And how profitable is this company? Third step, I look at the leverage. Is this company overborrowing? Does it has the capability to repay its debt? And the last step is to do backtesting to check and to gain the conviction that the strategy we are using can be profitable. So without further ado, let's look at what the company is doing. MKTX is the ticker symbol for Market Access Holdings Incorporated. It operates as an electronic trading platform that allows investment industry professionals to trade corporate bonds and other types of fixed income instruments. MKTX also provides data and analytical tools that help its clients to make trading decisions and facilitate the trading process by electronically communicating order information between trading counterparties. So the firm has a patented trading technology which allows institutional investor clients to request competitive executable bids or offers from multiple broker dealers simultaneously and to execute trades with the broker dealer of their choice. And this company was founded by Richard M. McVie on April 11 in 2000 and is headquartered in New York. So pretty much NKTX is a trading platform and it provides tools and special patented technology to help its clients. Now, let's look at MKTX market capitalization. I plotted this graph for the past 5 years from 2016 to today 2021. In 2016, MKTX market cap is around 4 billion US dollar. Fast forward to today, the market cap is around 20 billion US dollar. So it means that over a short span of 5 years, its market capitalization grew by 5 times, indicating that MKTX is a growing company. And this is important because we want to invest in a company that is growing because as the company grows, it is also fair to infer that there is a higher probability that its share price will grow accordingly. Now let's do some fundamental analysis on this stock. First, let's look at the top line, the revenue. How much revenue is MKTX bringing in? So over this chart, on the left hand side, this vertical axis is the revenue, and on the right hand side, this axis is the revenue percentage growth. And the horizontal axis I plotted from 2011 to 2020. And these blue charts indicate the revenue of MKTX. And you can see that the revenue of this company grow very consistently over the years. You see, it's a very consistent growth. And what about the revenue percentage growth? There are times that even hit double digit percentage growth. This means that this company has the ability to maintain a good revenue uptrend, and year on year the revenue is growing at a good percentage. So this is the top line. Let's look at the bottom line. So after the revenue that is brought in by MKTX, and after we subtracted all the expenses that this company needs to pay, what is left is the earnings. So if I take the earnings divide by the total number of shares, I get earnings per share, or EPS in short. So this is the bottom line. Again, you can see that the earnings per share grew consistently over the years, and over from 2019 to 2020 you see a big jump here. So again, if we look at the EPS percentage growth, we can see that almost every year except for this year here, they are double digit growth. That means this company is really strong in its earnings. But how does this earning translate to cash? Because earnings is only recorded on paper, so it is also important to study the operating cash flow, OCF in short. So operating cash flow is the amount of cash that a company brings in out of operating its core business. Similarly to revenue and earnings, we can see that the operating cash flow is on a very good uptrend, and year on year they are almost every year except for this year they are all double digit growth. So much for its earning. Let's take a look at the assets. Over here, this is the net asset value, NAV, of MKTX. Similarly, we see a very good uptrend for the NAV, and also very good percentage growth over the years. What about management efficiency? Management efficiency, I use two uh, F fundamental analysis ratio. ROE, which stands for return on equity. So for ROE, I personally look for ROE above 15%. It's a reflection of how well a company uses its assets, its equity, to generate uh, earnings. So this axis on the left is ROE in percentage. This line here is 15%, and you see that across the years, MKTX is able to maintain its ROE above 15%. On the right hand side, this axis is called the quality of earnings. It's a reflection of how well the company can convert earnings into cash flow. So a value of a ratio of more than 1 means that the cash is more than its earning, and that is what I'm looking out for. I'm looking out for quality of earning more than 1, and you see that over the years again it is consistently above 1. So this is an indication that this company is able to bring in real cash to its company's account. Finally, let's look at the profitability. I use net profit margin. Uh, Net profit margin, NPM in short, reflects how much of the revenue is ultimately converted to its net earnings. And I'm looking out for at least consistent net profit margin trend, and ideally if it's a good company we can see that the net profit margin is on an uptrend, which is shown in this blue chart here. So for MKTX, it is able to be increasing its net profit margin over the years with good percentage growth year on year. Next, let's look at the leverage. How leverage is MKTX? MKTX debt to equity ratio is only 9.8%. So personally, I use a percentage of 100% as a gauge. That means if the debt to equity is less than 100%, the company is not overly leveraged. That means whatever equity it has is able to cover its debt. So for MKTX, the debt to equity ratio is only 9.8%. That means it has very little debt compared to the equity that it is holding. And at the same time, MKTX currently has 510 million USD of cash and short-term investment and a total debt of 93.6 million. So if we compare having cash of 510 million of cash and short-term investment while only having 93.6 million US dollar of debt, total debt, this implies that this company is in net cash position. At any one time, it can easily use the cash and its investment, short-term investment, to fully pay off its total debt. So for companies like this, there is very low risk of it defaulting on its debt, and therefore the company is definitely not overly leveraged. Now let's do some back testing. This chart is MKTX weekly chart since I plotted since 2016 to 2000 to today, so 5 years of data. And what you see here, the blue line is the simple moving average line, and I use MA50. And my strategy is to use this MA50 as though it is a value line. If the price cut below MA50, it is an indication for me to sell and stay out. If the price, the candle, go above MA50, it's an indication for me to buy and to continue to stay in to hold this stock. Now let me show you the chart and explain in more details what I mean. Okay. So this is MKTX here, weekly chart, and this line, blue line, is MA50. Let's take a look over here. So over here there is a buy signal. Let's zoom in. So again, any price, if the candle fall below the MA50, is an indication to stay away or to sell. Now if you look at this week here, week of 29th of September 2014, we see that the whole candle went above this value line. This week, week of 22nd September 2014, it still slightly touches the MA50. Let me zoom in a bit. It still touches a bit of the MA50 line. But in 2014, 29th of September, the whole candle went above. And this is the buy signal. So it is okay to buy, let's say, now if you look at the right, the price here is $60.99, or you buy anytime above at the peak $62. It is okay because we are investing in a good company and we are kind of protected using this. The downside is protected if we use this method that I'm sharing with you now consistently. So let's say 2014 we would have buy, and let's say we buy at the highest point here, 62, let's say $63. Now if I zoom out, this is the candle that we entered, and continue. I zoom out. So we will have held on to the stock because you see all the candlesticks are staying above this MA50 line. So there is nothing to do, just continue to watch the market. So from 2014 to 2017, there's nothing much to do until here. So the same concept applies. If the candle is still touching MA50 line, no action until the candle here totally fall below the MA50 line. This is the time to take action. When the candle go above, we buy or we hold, and now the candle drop below the MA50 line, and this is an indication to sell. So the reason is this. Let me show you. Over here, now assuming that we have no idea what happens beyond this week. So let me fill this up. Now uh, hmm, let me see how do I fill this up with two colors. Color one, two. Let's try. No. Okay, never mind. So let's assume that you are here on this week and you have no idea what happens thereafter. So there is three possibility. One is the price goes sideways, or the price go up. Let me try. Or the price go down. So we don't know. So it could be one, two, or three. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. Now, if the price go down, we are protected because we already exit here, this candle here. If the price goes sideways, we do not participate in the sideways market because there is not much profit to be made. Now, if the price go back up, we are not sure whether it might come back down or what. So we wait for the signal. And over here, this candle is the signal. This candle here is the signal. This one here. This candle here. You see that the full body of the candle went above the MA50 line. So this is the signal to tell us that there is a possibility of a trend reversal. So let me try to. So imagine now we turn back time. We are now in week of 27 November 2017. We have no idea what's going to happen next, but it gives us an indication, an indicator that there is a potential trend reversal from down to up, and this is a signal. So we will buy in, let's say worst case we buy around 196. So just now if you remember, we have bought in year 2014 at 60 something. Let me see. Over here, this candle here, $63, and there's nothing much to do for a couple of years until here we would have sold at $173 here. So from 63 we would have made some good amount due to the run up to $173.72. And now we are here at this candle, so we don't know what's happening, what's going to happen next. And this is a signal, and we buy. So let's fast forward and see what happens. So again here, candle touches the MA50 line, but it did not go down. When it doesn't go down, it is an indication that the trend is not reversing yet. So if the trend is not reversing, we do not do anything. So we don't do anything here and continue to follow the trend, follow the price movement until here. So this candle falls totally below MA50. This candle is still touching it, so no action. And this candle is an indication for us to sell. And then we continue. Once we sell, this candle is an indication to buy. And then continue to hold, because you see here there is no signal of trend reversal. Even if the price dropped from 419 down to 330, it is okay. Don't have to worry, because this method that I'm sharing with you will protect you from severe downtrend and help you to stay in the market to enjoy the growth of the price. So don't have to worry, so long as it doesn't cut the MA50 line, continue to hold until here. So even here, there is no signal yet. So you see that they are still touching MA50. So continue to hold. So let's see here, we will have bought around 200 and look at the right, $215. We continue to hold. There are signs of possible trend reversal, but no clear signal. We continue to hold, and here you see at around 213, 215, the price went all the way to today 540. So this is another leg of good profit. 213, almost more than double to 554. And now with the understanding of this strategy, it becomes very easy. So let's say, let me try to predict, or maybe I wouldn't say predict, but let's do some scenario play and see what's going to happen. So over time, this MA50 line can, if the price continue to go up over time, this MA50 line will somehow continue to grow up. Only when there is severe price coming down, then this MA50 line, because it's MA50 and it's weekly chart, that means it's taking a lot of data. It's the past 50 weeks data. It takes a big price drop to be able to turn this MA50 line first flat, and a big price drop to finally turn this MA50 line down. So it is not so easy to turn this MA50 line down to point downwards. And if the candle here, let's see, gonna use green. So if the price continue to stay up above this MA50 line, there's nothing to do. Continue to enjoy the profit. We have bought we have bought at around 213 US dollar. Continue to enjoy the profit until the price, the candle here, totally fall below this MA50 line. Then this is an indication to sell. And we wait for the price, whatever price movement, we don't care, until one day the candle go above the MA50 line, and that gives us the buy signal. This strategy, there is a limitation. The limitation is that overall the price trend needs to go in the upward direction in about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock direction here. So this is one of the key criteria. So let's zoom it out and you can see very clearly when the market crashed here in 2008. Overall, you see the price trend is generally all on the uptrend. There are certain times where the MA50 line turns flat, but you almost don't see the MA50 line turning downwards. And at the same time, I have already shared with you that this company has very strong fundamentals, and it has very little debt. There is almost no risk of default due to its inability to pay its debt. Now, when we find a company like that, we are investing in a good company. We are in partnership with this good company. The price is moving up, and if we continue to use this strategy, there is a very high chance that we can continue to make profit from investing in this stock based on the method that I just shared with you. In summary, okay, so this is the back testing data using the method that I shared with you. So September 2014, there was a buy signal at around $61. I assume an initial capital of 15,000 US dollar, 15,000 US dollar at 61 US dollar per share. I can buy 246 share, and this is the fee that I pay 0.12. I'm using a pre-funded account, and there is a sell signal 3 years later at 2017 at $179 where the candle fell below the MA50 line. And for these 3 years from 2014 and to 2017, with a initial capital of 15,000 US dollar, we made a profit of $28,946. So now this 28,000 is added back to the initial capital, so that whatever profit that we made is reinvested for the next buy signal, which happens around 2017 September, and the trend ended at 1 month, in 1 month's time, $177. And in November 17 there is another buy signal, and this time around the trend is to 2018, and in 2018 October there is another buy signal, and the sell signal is in 2020, and the last buy signal is in March 20, and the current price is around $500. So overall, you see that it is not necessary that this method will give you profit all the time. There are times that we need to incur losses, and this is part of investment. There is no one strategy that can guarantee any investor that you can make profit all the time. But so long as overall the profit is more than the losses, when you net everything, you will get an overall profit, which is exactly the case. So with an initial capital of 15,000 US dollar, started investing in year 2014, until today, we will have made a profit of 64,000. From 15,000, it became 64,000, and therefore it is about 4 times, 4.28 times. In summary, the approach is to choose a good business, and I'll share with you how I do the analysis on what I meant by a good business with excellent historical price uptrend. Next, we do back testing to build up the conviction that this strategy works, and we follow through this strategy. Finally, the results can be tremendous if we follow what I just shared, invest in a good company with a good price uptrend, and over here we will have made about 400% or 300% of profit. So if you like this video, I put in a lot of effort to do up this set of slides and gather all the data to share with you. I hope that it will be beneficial to you, and it is useful that for you to look at how I analyze and invest. So if you like this video, please help me by pressing the like button, share with your friend, and also subscribe to my channel. I will continue to do up more such videos to share with you on other good companies that are worth considering. With that, thank you very much, and hope to see you again soon.